the American people now are not looking toward the past. It was almost 2 years ago. They're looking at it as they look at as well as the Summer of Rage, when liberal and left-wing forces burned down 200 cities in America.
The insurrection continues, Craig, on this very day.
May I finish, please?
Sure, Craig, go ahead.
I'd ask you to try to stick to
Let's be polite here, please. Let's be polite here, please. Is that the American people are looking toward the present and the future. The future is of Biden's inflation, of Biden's grocery prices, of Biden's high interest, but Biden's high gasoline prices. That's why this November's election is going to be a total and utter rejection of all things Bidenism. It's going to be like an old town pestilence, going through the town and destroying basically anything Democratic or anything that doesn't have blood's lamb painted over their lintel. Everything on the agenda, the January 6th does not show up in any polling data whatsoever. The only thing that shows up are all things that are bad for the Democratic Party. It's gonna be a rout. I can't imagine. You'd have to go back to 1994.
Not only do I have to object to the flagrant dishonesty of that line of trying to change the subject, but also to the alarmingly violent language evoking the attempted slaughter of the Jews under the Pharaoh. I hope that we're going to be able to do better than this.
Okay.
Are we going to be able to do better than this? I hope so.
All right. Well,
guy under control. Otherwise, I'm going to have to leave.
Well, go ahead, finish your talk, Craig. Go ahead.
The blood on the door, evoking biblical plagues and
Spencer, let's let Craig finish, and then I'm going to ask you to jump in just a second. Spencer, go ahead, Craig. Finish your thought.
Well, first of all, I think the guest is off his meds. He sounds a little bit.
Okay, let's be kind to one another. Let's just go back and forth. You said it yourself. Sure. Let's have a nice conversation.
Let's be kind to one another, and let's not interrupt one another. These elections swing back and forth. This time it's swinging toward the Republican Party, and it's going to be, unfortunately for the Democrats, it's going to be a total and utter rejection of Bidenism and all things that stand for Bidenism right now, and that's all bad things for the Democratic Party.
All right, so Spencer, I think you made your point, Craig. You said it a couple of times now. I'll give you a little bit of time, and then we got to move on. Spencer, what were you going to say?
So part of the dishonesty here, and frankly, the utter disloyalty to our constitutional democracy, is to try to pretend this is just another election.
And one more time, I'm going to hang up. If you apologize right now, you apologize. You don't call me dishonest. You call me dishonest, I'm going to fly out there and punch your damn lights out.
Okay, guys, calm down.
You shut up. You shut up. You shut up.
Okay, all right. I'll tell you what. Let's move on. Douglas, let me ask you a question. While these leaders in Congress were trying to do...
Mike, this is the topic, though. They're trying to normalize the attempt to overthrow democracy as if it's just another normal election cycle. And the insurrection continues to this day. The leader of their party is the insurrectionist in chief. He continues to propagate the big lie, which is a direct attack on our elections. The incredible revelations following the FBI search of Mar-a-Lago and what keeps coming out, this is not normal. The attempts to install election deniers in hundreds of offices across the country, the insurrection continues. The insurrection continues.